This is a story about how I made an awful lot of money off of Bobby Fischer in the late 70s, largely with betting with people. Why I figured that he would never, ever return. And there was always talk around then of some rematch with Karpov and all that. And the main reason why I was willing to wager fairly heavy odds was from a story that I heard. Without mentioning this Grandmaster's name, I overheard his talking to some people. And if I mention the name, then you almost don't have to mention it, but I won't, because there's no point of it. Because the main thing is the story, and I've never seen it in any chess book or anything like that. If somebody knows of this, then all they have to do is tell me here at Naked Tongues. And it's a hell of a story. This Grandmaster, he was at a tournament talking to people about it. And how come it never got out after that, I don't know. At any rate, this was the deal. At some point, now memory serves, it was probably at a Lone Pine tournament where Viktor Korchnoi was summoned, called, whatever you want to say, by, hey, Victor, this is Bobby. Yes, Bobby. Listen, and he'd set up a meeting with Korchnoi at MacArthur Park. MacArthur Park in those days was kind of a chess hangout, actually. I mean, not that I ever saw Fischer there, but there were benches, and actually chess boards were nailed into the benches, where you'd have all kinds of people show up. So I suppose it was normal for Fischer to have chosen this venue. Well, now I'm not sure if it was this part of it. I'm not positive whether it was in twilight. I seem to recall this famous Grandmaster telling this story that about Korchnoi, whether it was at twilight or around there. That's what it's kind of a spooky scene that was drawn up. It might have been daylight, I don't know, but I suppose for our purposes, why don't we say it's twilight? At any rate, Korchnoi shows up at MacArthur Park, and he's sitting on one of these park benches, and all of a sudden he hears, "Psst, psst, Victor, Victor." And Korchnoi looks over at this bedraggled guy in a trench coat with, unless I'm wrong, it was where he was also wearing a beard. At any rate, Korchnoi couldn't recognize him. And Fischer said, Victor, look at this. And Korchnoi looked over, finally seeing who it is, and then Fischer proceeds to tell him, look at this radio, Fischer. I mean, look, Victor, look at this radio. I got it for $5. And I don't know the rest of the story. If there was more to it, then that's beyond me, because at that point, I knew that Bobby Fischer was never going to return to chess, much less barely to this planet. And I don't know how much money I kept winning off of people betting me, oh yes, he's coming back. And I knew at this point he was just too far gone.